this in order that maybe I can post it later. Okay. Remember that always the first step to do is get the X and Y for each vector, right?
Yeah.
Number two is okay. Number two is okay. Add X with X, Y with Y, and this will give you Vx and Vy. That basically are the components of the resulting vector. And then number three is going to be get the magnitude that is with this formula, is with Pythagoras, and the angle, get the angle, remember, for the angle is angle of the vector is equal to the inverse tangent of Vy over Vx, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so maybe, okay, let me do it to be like, okay, the x component in this case will be something like 4 plus 7 minus 6 minus 2. It's going to be, let me see, minus 3 minus 1, 3, right?
Yes.
And this is going to be 8. So you will put it in the formula in the following way. The magnitude of the vector, right? It's equal to 3 squared plus 8 squared. The square root of this is going to be 9 plus 64, right? The square root of that, and what's the value of that? Can you do it like in your calculator?
That's 73, square root of the 73, so it's 8.54.
Exactly, and that's going to be
The magnitude.
perfect. That's going to be the magnitude.
And teacher,
Yeah.
when they ask us for the magnitude, do I just put 8.54, or do I also have to put this magnitude sign, which is V?
If they put you in generally in the exam, for example, they are going to put you. They are not going to put you like this. They are going to just put you magnitude and this, like a line, right? And you will just have to put the number. It's okay.
I will need a number, so I change it.
I put that symbol because that symbol is like the one that you may find in books, but generally in high school it's just like with the magnitude with the word it's more than okay.
Okay, and from here to get the angle, I have to just do inverse tangent 8/3, right?
Yes.
Inverse tangent 8/3. That's going to be 69.44.
Exactly.
That's like, okay. That's how you get it. And this one is also same, right, teacher? Or is it a little different?
Yes, that one. Maybe let me see.
I think yeah, I can do like that.
Okay, perfect. Thank you. Okay, let me show it to you. Like for the number 3, it will be kind of the same. It says, well, in Spanish, but it says tres embarcaciones ejercen fuerza sobre un gancho. Okay, like you have to find the resulting force, right? of these
Uh,
forces.
Angle or what do I have to find?
Both. Like if you see like in here, let me- okay. Okay. I don't know why it's not writing. Wait. Okay. Let me see. Maybe it doesn't have battery. Well, at least maybe. Mm, okay. Okay. It's asking you the magnitude and the angle. It's asking you both. Like if you see.
It already gave it to us.
Well, no, like yeah, like it's just for you to checking. Yeah, for you checking that you did your procedure right. Like you get the that's the final answer.
Uh-huh.
But yeah, obviously like you have to do it.
So that 853 is a magnitude and 101.7 is the angle.
Yes, of the
Okay.
resulting vector of these three forces. Yes.
Okay. And from now, what do I have to do?
Okay. You have any more questions or you
Yeah, from here, what do I have to find then?
the magnitude and the angle? Like
Ah, ah, okay. So that one we already gave an answer, but we still have to do the same way that we did
yeah,
with
you
this
have to do
question two.
the procedure. Yes.
Okay. For example, this one, the right one is going to be cosine 60 times 420. So we can find the x coordinate
Yes,
and sine 60 and like that, find the y coordinate like that.
exactly.
Okay.
Remember that always you have to find the x component and y component for each vector.
Okay. Yes.
Then make
And,
them. Yeah.
mhm. And last question will be about this scientific notification. As you say, we're not gonna have that in exam, right?
In what?
Like,
Which one?
let me just open this. This one, we're not gonna make this kind of tables, right?
No. In this quiz, no, it's not going to
And
be.
also this one, we're not gonna have it.
No, in this quiz, no. I think that for the
Okay.
for partial
Yes.
exam, maybe some exercises, but for tomorrow quiz, no.
But for tomorrow, no.
It's going to be almost, or I can say maybe 100% about vectors and scalars.
Okay. And well, and the difference between vector and a scalar is just only the direction, right?
Yes, the scalar.
Okay.
If you remember, let me see if I already have battery this. Remember that scalars.
Thank you.
No.
And also the scalar does not have an angle, right?
Yeah, remember that the scalar has just
Magnitude
magnitude and the vectors.
has angle, magnitude, and direction.
Yes, it has magnitude and direction.
Okay.
Yes. And remember, quantities can be scalars or vectors, but never both at the same time. So the
Okay.
quantity is an scalar or is a vector, but it cannot be both. Like it has to be one of them. Remember, like what are the properties? Also, remember that for making, for example, because probably they're going to put you something like, can you add displacement and I don't know. And let's say momentum vectors. The answer is false, or yes, something like that, false.
Ah, okay.
Because remember that for adding vectors or even scalar quantities, they have to be of the same units.
Wait, the same units.
Yes.
Ah,
Meters,
okay.
and this is kilogram meter per second, something like that. So they have to be of the same units and like that. So yes.
Okay, okay. Yeah, that's only my question that I had.
Okay. Anybody has questions?
Yes. For the third problem of the homework,
Yeah.
I managed to get the magnitude, but I couldn't get the angle, and I don't know why. So
Okay, let me see if I can do it fast. Let me open the homework. Okay, okay. Okay, let me download it because I don't have it in the iPad. Let me.
yeah.
Okay, well, thank you, teacher. Bye.
Welcome. Bye. Okay. Let me see where I have it. Physics. Okay. Okay, let me download it. Assignments. Okay. Let me see. Let's see. Okay. And yes, I will put it. Okay. Okay, almost there, almost there. Okay. Okay, let me see if I can share the screen. Okay. Okay. Number 3, right?
Yes.
Okay, let's see. It says that you remember the first thing that you have to do is what?
Get the x and y values.
Yes, like, okay, let's do it together. Let's say for this one, B1, it's going to be cosine of what?
60 times 100 times 420.
Okay, this is B1x, B1y, it's
Same with sine.
okay. V2x is going to be cosine of
40.
no, for this one, like
Of 90?
Oh,
yes, of 90 times 130 B2y is going to be cosine of 90 times 150, sorry. Yes, 150
Teacher, can you just like say since it's on 0, could you like say
Sorry?
it's 0 and 150?
What, sorry?
Why values could they be like 0 and 150 since it's just going up?
Yes, yes, yes. Yeah, we know, like, this one is going to be one, right? 1 times 150, yeah, so. Okay. B3x, B3y. Okay, B3x is going to be
Cosine of 40 times 500?
not exactly, because that's 40, but this is the angle 40.
Yeah.
The one for you to apply, if you want to do like just as simple as cosine, is this one, like the pink one, right?
Okay.
Okay, so like it's going to be 180 minus 40 is going to be
140.
okay. Yes, if you want to apply the formulas like we saw, is doing that. Remember that you always start from okay. Or you can do another thing, but well, the other thing that you can know is that remember that as we are in the x negative, right?
Yeah.
So for example, you can also do that, the cosine of 40, for example. But you have to remember that you are in the negative part of x, right?
Yeah.
Divide by 500. And okay, see, we are in the positive part of y. So it's going to be positive sine of 40 degrees times 500. And it's like the two ways. This is the one way that you remember in which quadrant are you, like in mathematics, or the other one, the long one, is cosine of 140, right?
Yeah.
They are equivalent, like. Yeah, so as you prefer to do it. Okay, once that you get the values, okay, remember you're going to have to add b1x plus b2x plus b3x, right?
Yeah.
Is for x components, and for y components is going to be b1y plus b2y plus b3y, right?
Yeah.
Okay, now that you have them, like you have to, obviously I will not do everything because if not I will almost do all the homework, but it's going to be the inverse tangent of, remember, the x component, a y component divided by x component, right?
Yeah.
Okay, and that will give you the answer. Maybe you get wrong about this angle, no? Or I don't know what is like the mistake that you think you did. Or
I'm not sure what's the mistake because I did get the exact magnitude
yes.
and the angle I got a minus 78.2, which doesn't really make sense.
Okay, let me see. I will do it and I will tell you if the book is okay. Okay. 40, 20. Okay. 60 for 20. Okay. What did you get?
Minus 78.29.
Yes. Maybe the book is wrong. Yeah. I think that the book is wrong. Okay. Yeah, yours is the correct one. I will
Okay.
later put it because you get this one, right?
Yes.
Yes, this is the correct one. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, yeah, the book is wrong.
Well, in that case, I don't really have any questions. So thank you.
Okay. Okay, any other questions?
I got a question.
Yes.
Uh, when for example, if the homework the exam tells you the vector is the line as is 14 meters south, and it's asking you to get y. What angle do I use? Minus 90 or 270?
Wait. Okay, I am put attention. Like, what did you say? Like,
Yeah, like for example, in exam, there's a question like, wait, get that right here. There's a question like, vector A equals 14 meters south. What is the magnitude of y component? So I gotta use sin, right?
yes.
Sin, but what angle? That's my question, like minus 90 or 270?
You have like the picture or something that I can see, or like, or
Well, yeah. But it's like a friend asked me, and I was like, well, I got confused. I can share it.
yes. Okay, let me stop sharing.
Wait. Can you see it?
Okay, it's loading. Okay, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. So what angle do I need to use? 90 or minus 90 or 270?
You can use whichever you want, but they are asking you just the magnitude. So, what's do you think that is going to be the answer?
So I think, let's see, if I put it in the calculator, if I use minus 90, like the magnitude is gonna be minus
No,
548.9140.
no. Remember what's the formula for magnitude? Like, okay, let me put it in annotations. Let me. Okay. Mhm. No. Okay. They're asking you the magnitude. Remember, is yeah. Something like that, right?
Yeah.
Okay, Vx is 0, right? Because it just said that it's to the south. Plus 640 the square root. So going to be 0. Well, 0 plus, let me, okay, it's going to be finished like So the magnitude is going to be
640.
mhm.
But why? I don't understand. Why the south equals 0?
Because if you remember how is the north, south, east, west, right?
Yeah.
And they are asking you a vector that is 614 meters to the south, like this, right? So
Yes.
if we translate it, this is y, this is x, this is negative x, this is negative y, right? Okay. So we know that the Vy, well, really is minus 640. But if you remember, when you elevate something to the square, minus 614 squared, it's going to be
Yeah. It's
number,
gonna
right?
be positive.
And then if you take the square root of that, it's going to be
Positive.
yes, so it's going to be 614, and they ask you the magnitude, yes. Because they are just asking you the magnitude.
Right. But but why px equals 0? I still don't understand.
Hmm?
Why bx equals 0?
Because when they give you just south, north, east, west, they are just giving you a value in x, in y, or like that. For example, if they put you, I don't know, b is equal to 50 meters to the east, this will be a vector in the direction, right?
Yes.
Does it have any y component that vector?
No.
Okay, it's kind of the same with the south.
Okay.
Does it have any x component?
Uh, no.
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 So that's why bx in this case it's 0.
Okay. So that's why equals. So the answer is 614.
Yes.
Okay. Uh, I understand now. But it's different if it's asking me southeast.
Yes. If it is southeast, it will have an angle. It will have a 45, right? Minus 45, yeah.
Okay.
And in that case, it will actually have x and y components.
Yeah. Yeah. We will have X and Y. Okay. Okay. Now. Yeah. I understand. Well, thanks.
Welcome. Any other question?
Mister, I had doubts on the part like of adding vectors. For example, like when I have one angle or like that, like in the homework too. I don't have it open right now, but I like struggle understanding like if I have the coordinates, how to transfer it like to the other and vice versa.
Okay, I think that you're talking about this one. Let me show it to you. This one?
Yes.
Okay. When you have something like this, you have to think that way it has like the numbers, right? In the axis. Okay, for the blue one, let's see the blue vector. Okay. The x component is going to be 4, right? And the y component is going to be what's the y component going to be?
It will be 0.
Yes, because it's in the x-axis, it doesn't have any component in y. Okay, let's go and do the green one. Okay, green vector, right? Okay, the x component is
It
equal
will
to
be 7.
7, right? And the
And the
y,
y component will be 0 because it's on the
No.
x
no,
axis.
like this one, see,
It will be 5.
yes. Okay, good. This one. Remember, when you have this, you have to
So,
see the coordinates of the arrow, of the
yeah, so
triangle.
in that one, the y component will be 8 and the x component will be -6.
Yes, and then the red one is going to be -2, right?
Yes, and -5.
Yeah. And you will start doing, remember, x with x, y with y, and like that.
Okay, so like I do. So, okay. But my question is like, I have to add them all, or how do I like get the answer of that one?
Yes, you have to add them all. Remember, x components with x components, y components with y components, and then apply the formula, remember, of Pythagoras and
Yes, so it will be like the blue component plus the green component plus the pink component plus the red component from each of one, and then like that answer, like the square root to the second power plus the other one.
yes.
Okay.
Okay. Any other question?
Mister, I have a question. In one problem, like a friend show it to me, like we were studying together and she showed it to me. Can I show it to you to know if it's correct?
Okay, do you have them?
Yes, I have it.
Okay, let me stop sharing.
It's this one.
Son los componentes vectoriales. Okay, let me draw in your screen. Okay. Okay, see. The first one, right?
Yes, please.
Okay. It says, remember, north, south, east, west, right? Okay. If you start like this, okay, this is a way of doing 15 meters, 40 degrees west to the north. That means that we start from the north part, right? And
Yes.
we move 40 degrees to the west.
Okay.
So we will have an angle of 40
40
degrees
degrees.
in that sense, yes. So you can do like two things, you remember?
I have a question. In this one, is the one like do one like b of x times the cosine of like, for example, this 140 times the 15?
Kind of, but let me show it to you. Wait.
Okay.
Mm. Okay, and Okay. For example, it's going to be the answer. Do you do it? Okay. Remember that for applying these formulas of cosine and sine, you have to use
Yes.
this angle, the red one,
So it will be
9.
90 plus 40.
Yes. Okay.
Okay.
So you will have cosine of 90 plus 40, that is 130 degrees, right? Okay. Times 15 sine of 130.
So that times 16, right?
What?
Like the 130 also times like the cosine of 130 times 15, right?
Yes.
So the cosine will give negative 5 point. It's in radians or in degrees?
It's in degrees. Remember that
Okay.
in vectors, in all these quiz, it's going to be just degrees.
Oh yeah, so it give me negative 9.6418. So the first one is correct. And
Yeah, the first one is the
30
that one.
and 60. And the second one gives me 11.49, so it's 11.5. Okay.
Yeah, so the answer, yeah.
Okay. And like I also have a question in the second one. So from like to getting the second one, it's using the Pythagoras or
Okay. Yes, like okay. Another way of saying, for example, let me tell you, that's going to be used a lot in college. When they tell you rectangular, it means like in coordinates. When they tell you in polar, it's equal to magnitude and angle.
okay.
Yeah, that you use it a lot in electrical engineering. But yeah, and yes, basically it's going to be, and you have to use Pythagoras and the other, like, okay, you remember Pythagoras, it was
So it will be for the square root of 4 to the second power plus it will be 7.2. What?
10.7, right?
What?
7.7, right?
In my calculator it says 7.2, but I think that I typed it wrong.
Okay, let me see, maybe they are wrong.
Yeah, it's 7.2.
Yes, it's 7.2. They are wrong in that one.
Okay.
Okay.
Yes, so I know it's 7.2 meters.
And the angle, you remember?
The angle will be the sine of 4. Yes, right? The sine.
Yeah, like you are like way of doing it. You remember to it. One is with sine.
So I have to. Yeah, the inverse function.
The
Okay.
magnitude, yeah, with the magnitude, And now we know that it's 7.2. And B1 is BY is 6. Okay.
Okay. So will be sine of 6 over 7.2, right? And that is the y. So it would be 56.4.
Yeah. The
Okay.
one that is out there.
Or the 7 is wrong, right? The 7.7. Okay. Thank you, Mr.
Welcome. Okay, anything else? No? Or can we
No.
like finish
I
it
don't
or what?
have any more doubts. I don't know the other ones.
Angel, Marco, Santi, any more questions? Okay,
I have a doubt.
yeah, about what?
In the homework, the question 4,
Yeah,
we solved it in class, but I didn't understand why the D line, it was like going down and not going up, because it's D equals 5 meters per second and an angle of 45. But when you draw it, you draw it like it's going down and not up, but it's like 45.
okay, for D, what, right? You're saying for this one.
Yes.
Okay. Remember when we are drawing vectors, right? The first thing that you have to do is the angle, right? It's 45. Okay. It's going to be 45, right? It's going to be a magnitude of 5. But as it is negative, remember when we have negative, we have to do the opposite, right? So the actual one will be the back one.
Yeah.
Yeah, first you do the angle, then the magnitude, but if the sign is negative, you have to do the opposite one. Like if you have a mirror, or they also say like if you move it 180 degrees. That one, the magnitude, because in this case, the magnitude is
Yeah. Now I understand. Thanks. That was my only question.
okay. Good.
Teacher, I also have a question, but it's regarding the exam.
Okay.
I was wondering if we had to memorize the units in order to pass the exam.
Which
unit
unit?
conversions? Like
Let
unit
me ask
conversions.
if I can put you the questions, I don't know. But no, the unit you are not going to use units.
The exponential values of each of the units.
No, like in this quiz, it's going to be just about vectors. And
sorry, my
so almost basically nothing about the first week. It's going to be just about vectors and scalars. So no, don't worry about learning like the units. Well, like remembering the conversion factors or the prefixes and like that. At least not for this quiz, no. It's going to be just about code.
All right, thank you. Sorry, my internet connection is failing.
No worry. Okay.
Teacher,
Yeah.
I have a quick question. So subtracting the vectors and the magnitudes, it's the same as adding, but like with the subtraction, right?
Yes, like let me see. In here, right?
Yes.
Okay. I don't remember, but let's put another vector. Vector G, for example, right? Vector
Mhm.
G, it has the components 4 and 5, right? And vector F, it has, let me put. Vector F has the magnitude, I don't know, 8 and 4, right?
Yes.
Okay. If they put you F minus G, what you have to do is remember F is going to be wait. So this sign is basically multiplying to each, right?
Mhm.
So you will have something like 8,4 minus, well, it's like, okay, addition, but minus 4, comma, minus 5, right?
Yes.
And then you will have to do x components with x components and y components with y component, right? So
Yes.
it's going to be 8 minus 4, and this is going to be 4 minus 5, right?
Okay.
So it's going to be 4, comma 1, right?
It's -1, right? Because it's
Yeah, sorry, I didn't see it. Yeah, -1, yes.
okay. But I like in that case, I don't have to change it like to degrees or times in or nothing, just like that.
Yeah, like that, yes.
Okay.
Remember, always get the components first, and then you start doing like the operations. Like for example, if you have also like multiply by 2, it will be kind of the same. Or 4, let's put like harder. 4s minus g, for example, right? It's like 4 is multiplying 8 and then multiplying 4, right?
Yes, so it will be 32, 36, 16.
16, right? Okay. And remember, this is going to be kind of the same. -4, -5, and the same. Going to be 28. This is going to be 11, and like that. Yes.
Okay, Mr.
So
Thank you.
always first the x component, y component, and then start doing the operations. Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, guys, we have 5 minutes more. Do you have any last question? No?
I have a quick question also.
Yeah, okay, the last
It's really
one.
quick. So if, for example, I want to get like the direction and the magnitude of like those vectors,
Mhm.
I do like I
The
get
formula, the same formula that we have always do, no, like remember, like for magnitude of a vector,
it will be with Pythagoras,
yes, with Pythagoras.
and for the direction, it will be with the sine or the cosine, depending on what I have, right?
Yeah,
Okay,
okay,
thank you.
you're welcome. Okay, guys, well, hope you do really good for tomorrow exam. I think that you will do it. Okay, well, see you guys tomorrow. Please
Thank
study,
you, teacher.
study and
Thank you,
practice.
teacher. Have a nice day.
Welcome. Bye.
Bye, teacher. Thank you. See you tomorrow.